Hi everybody, Dr. Gina Macris here in my self-help tutorials for people who are untrained to help other people in chronic pain. This is a series on headaches and it's going to be in 4 parts. The first part, maybe 5. The first part's on frontal headaches. Frontal headaches are particularly the frontal bone here, eyebrow, eyeball, under the eye, and right here at the side of the head, which is just above the jaw, which is a separate video on TMJ. Interestingly enough, behind the eyebrow is a sinus drainage, so a lot of headaches can be from sinus issues. It can be from eye strain with those of us with glasses, glare on your computer screen, all sorts of things. But so that's frontal. When we think of frontal headaches, you want to think of environment and food allergy, because they're going to tend to impact you here. You'll see it with kids who have food allergies. Maybe you had some shrimp, maybe you had some dairy or gluten if you're one of the gluten sensitive people, whatever it is. Maybe you walk through an aisle, a detergent aisle, or you walked into a bathroom where when you flush the toilet something's emitted, like a Glade plug-in or a scented product, which of course have volatile organic compounds and deeply impact the eye. Don't forget, we inspirate things in our eyes and our ears and our mouth. We don't just inspirate them through our nose with toxic chemicals, and the eyes are very, very sensitive structures, and pollutants deeply impact them as well. So the first thing you want to do when you have a frontal headache is go, oh my gosh, my aching head, and take all your fingers and lay them on your forehead, one on the cheekbone, and lay them there and back them into the bone so you're feeling bone. And while you're there, strip your forehead lateral. Nobody wants to press down because we don't want wrinkles and crinkly forehead. And the bone and the muscle itself, the frontalis muscle, is a broad sheath. So really strip it and really feel the bone, working it all the way up. See, it's going to release fluid. There's a lot of fluid in here. Right behind the eyebrows is a great sinus drainage point. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to come in here and pinch both your eyebrows here. It's called kidney one. It's a kidney point, which is great for people who don't drink enough water. You might get that kind of headache as well, dehydration headache. Come in here and pinch this and just give it a tug out. So I'm lifting up here and pulling that way. And then this looks crazy, but trust me, you're going to feel so much better. Roll your eye. Doesn't that look weird? I know. I'm going to make it more weird by rolling my eyeball to make you think it's gross. This is the procerus and corrugator muscle, procerus corrugator. Lift it up and pull it out and roll it. If you have a sinus headache, boom. You can try to do both at once, but you might make yourself a little miserable. Anyways, I'm pinching and rolling, lifting out and out. So the fluid drains, lateral drains. There's another sinus drainage point that comes around the ear. You can take your fingers, 3 fingers, press in against bone. You want to feel the bone. And press in and curve around the ear. Oosh, big drainage point. Okay, the next thing about a frontal headache, when I say food allergies as environment, is very carefully take your fingers and sweep. Don't go too deep because you don't want to hurt the eye. Just sweep gently laterally. Let's get some fluid drained over there for a headache. And then take 2 fingers. Follow your cheekbone up to the end. Feel it's going to be a little ridge there. It's a tendon. Temporalis is coming in there. Close your eyes. Put your elbows against the table and put all of your weight down on these 2 fingers. Let your head drop into these and press in. And when I say in, touch the bone. You're pretty close to bone anyway, so it's no big rock and roll deal. Touch in there, and now give me circles. Whew, doggy, all the way up here. Hear that? That's temporalis muscle. Whew, I'm flapping it right now. Your temporalis muscle lays like this. It's a different kind of headache. Lays like this, but its tendon comes down, and every time you move your jaw, it moves the tendon. If you want to look it up, it's profound. It's the tendon insertion on the jaw, your TMJ, comes from up here. I know. So lots of times talking headaches, like people like me, teachers. Oh, I wore the wrong glasses. Why didn't you guys tell me? I have on my Austin Powers duct tape glasses. Those are my emergency. I can't believe I wore those on film, but I'm going to keep it on there just for a sense of humor. Now, for those of you that don't know better, for those of us that have under 10,000 subscribers, we really need you to subscribe. I don't care if you really like me, but I care that you want to pass this on, and we need to get these monetized. You need to help us content creators do that. So please give me a subscribe and a like, okay? And then write me some comments if you want to see different videos. So the next one I'm going to do will be a posterior tension headache, looking at the suboccipitals in the back of the head and how you can do that. But if you're with a friend, be very careful about under the eyes, but you can give a nice sweep. You can't really hurt too many people with a flat finger over here and working a TMJ joint. If nothing else, they're going to honk a lot of loogies and release a lot of fluid. A nice moist warm towel to start would be good. Don't do a cold one to start because it's going to shrink everything, but a nice warm towel to start wouldn't hurt you. Don't put any scented products on your hands. Make sure your hands are clean because you don't want scent around the eye. Now, the thing about allergies is this, and for those of you that don't know, I'm trained as a chiropractor, but my postdoctorate is in environmental law and policy, and I cut my teeth on indoor air quality and human health, bridging the gap between creating a healthy built environment and bringing healthy people into it. And I have a soapbox about scented plugins in the indoor air. Excuse me. And I've been coughing like that since I was exposed to a toxic mold issue. And so I'm really, really soapboxy about this one. Be very careful around scented products if you don't know the relationship to your health. And don't let your pets be near any unventilated spaces that have a plug-in. If you want, there's quite a bit of scientific articles. S.C. Johnson has attacked a lot of these articles. But if you look really carefully at the scientists and not the marketing, you'll know that you need to be really careful about scented products, which is a different conversation than organic, natural, essential oils, for example, in a massage room. But you still have to be careful because to some people, those things are caustic. So be very careful. Okay, see you guys soon. Talk to you later. Bye.